Get a body like Ranveer Singh in the next 90 days if you do these 3 Bollywood tips. And the third one is the most important. So having had a little bit of an inside scoop into this whole process of Ranveer Singh's amazing transformation and other people that have come from Bollywood, there seems to be obviously a trend of them getting in amazing shape, them turning up for that role, and then wowing everybody on social media and anyone in the Bollywood community. And then you have a large following of Indian individuals idolizing the physique in which this person, this one-man mountain, has particularly gained during that time period. And there's so many examples of what happens that motivates a lot of people, encourages them to go to the gym, take nutrition a little bit more seriously, exercise, and start really focusing on their own bodies, which is an amazing feat to be able to influence a lot of people in one go. And I love it. I love the fact that there's an influence that are positively impacting other people, to idolize other people, to get them in amazing shape. So I really love that. However, having had the inside scoop on the actual processes that Ranveer Singh went under, because I know a guy who knows a guy, is that here's the 3 things that you need to consider. If you want a transformation like this, you have to do. If you want to get in amazing shape in 90 days, there is a level of commitment and sacrifice that you're going to have to do that might be way further than where you are right now. But this is not for the average Joe. This is the person who wants to get in Ranveer Singh shape in 90 days. The first one is Ranveer hired a chef and a PT to live with him. I know the PT, Lloyd, very, very nice guy. He went there and trained with them every single day. Nutrition was absolutely on point. Sat with him every single meal. Trained with him twice a day when he did his cardio and he did his PT. And he was there in the gym consistently every single day for 90-day period, which means all of his meals were absolutely specific. They were weighed out. They were optimized. His meals were to the point, and he then got them delivered straight to the door every single day, which meant that he sat down and just ate and didn't have to think about anything else. And if you want to be consistent with your nutrition and make it super easy, that's the key, if you can do that. Number 2 is he trained every single day and did cardio most days. Over a 90-day period, to be able to drop a significant amount of weight, you're going to need to burn a lot of calories and eat very minimal calories and do a lot of training to build a lot of muscle. And 10,000 steps isn't going to be enough to be able to get significant drastic results in a 90-day period. You're going to have to push that up to 15K, 20K, post-workout cardio, stepper for 60 minutes. There's just an amount of activity and energy that needs to be placed on burning that you're going to need to do. If you want results in a shorter time period and you have an acting role, for example, there is a lot of pressure on that day being the way that you need to be. So there is a do or die methodology that comes with those 90-day periods or those transformation periods. So being able to really focus on that particular area. And tip number 3 is all about the idolization of that individual and these people that are going into Bollywood and they're actually getting the better results, showcasing themselves different, larger than life than normal individuals, and they're aspiring and motivating millions and millions of people, which is amazing. But when it's done through a means of which it cannot be achievable naturally and only be done through an enhancement of drugs, enhancement of extracurricular stuff that build muscle tissue, that make you lose fat faster. And I've had experience within these areas. Most of my life has been spent around bodybuilders who have done anabolic steroids and done a lot of drugs to get in amazing shape. There is a level of over a 90-day period, there is only things that are certainly possible to achieve without there being that enhancement. Now, if I had a role in 90 days time that I had to show up and I was topless and I was getting millions and millions of pounds for, I'd do it. Hands down, because you want to look the best. You're going to be in front of billions of people and you want to be what everyone thinks you're going to be. I would do everything in my possible power to be able to do that. And that's why you see the big people that have been in movies, the Rocks, the Hemsworths, all these individuals have undergone these massive transformations which have to be enhanced over a short time period because they've got so much pressure on themselves to be and look a certain way. But the problem is that you can't achieve that without those performance enhancing drugs, which then it becomes this life cycle circle of getting these people that are enthusiastic about looking like you or looking like these people. You have a life cycle of them where they try, and they're always comparing themselves to people like these individuals in Bollywood, and then they never get there and they feel demotivated because they never got there, and then they go back around in that cycle. But if there was obviously a more realistic viewpoint and a more honest viewpoint of this, it would be much easier. So as you can see, these 3 Bollywood transformation secrets are not something that you probably want to do, because they're most unachievable for most people. Having more realistic goals is going to be super important. So like our client Prem, he was a dentist, worked full time and got in amazing shape after losing 20 plus kilos. This is more realistic than idolizing the people from like Ranveer Singh in the Bollywood. And if you want to know what exactly Prem did during his transformation, and you want to know exactly what he did from a nutrition and training perspective to overcome his issues with dieting, his issues with training, and overcome a very busy lifestyle, drop me a comment below with the word Prem and we'll send over the exact guide that we've used and a case study we wrote on his nutrition, training and lifestyle.